The Detroit Tigers beat the Cleveland Guardians, a team that had managed to overtake them in one of the more unlikely divisional upsets in MLB history, by a final score of 6-3 a couple days ago, advancing to the ALDS courtesy of some much-needed clutch performances. And it's one of these moments that embodied this that I wanted to highlight specifically in this video, being Javier Baez's ridiculous no-look tag in the middle innings that prevented a runner from being in scoring position with nobody out, completely robbing Cleveland of all the momentum they were building at the time. Detroit would get out to the better start in this one by scoring a run in the third inning, when Kerry Carpenter grounded a ball weakly down the first baseline that CJ Kayfus couldn't come up with. But, like was typical nearly the entire series, Detroit would go on to strand both of those remaining runners, after a pop-up and strikeout. That meant that when Jose Ramirez grounded a single into the right center field gap in the fourth inning with a runner on second, the Guardians had tied things up, while putting a guy on first that had 44 stolen bases in the regular season. This brings us to our highlighted play, as on a 1-1, Jack Flaherty would deliver a curveball high that catcher Dylan Dingler got around, and fired a missile down to second base, where Javi put one of the best tags you'll ever see on Ramirez, his patented drifting slap tag. But it would only be after the broadcast showed a slow-mo replay that we would see that he wasn't even looking at J-Ram as he did so. That's how instinctual this move is for him at this point. Look at the play in full speed, it didn't really look like it was going to be close. And you could see from the reactions of both squad that they felt this, as J-Ram, after he got back to the dugout, seemed to say "no way" to a teammate, more than likely referencing the fact he didn't believe there was any possible chance he'd been out. The guy looked certifiably stunned. Meanwhile, you could see the Tigers manager, AJ Hinch, doing something he never does in the dugout, downright beaming. After Detroit managed to pitch another couple scoreless innings, it was Dingler, who had made an amazing throw for his part as well, who would crush a go-ahead homer on a changeup right down the middle of the plate. Baez would then add to his highlight reel in this contest by crushing a first pitch double in the seventh, jump-starting a rally that finally saw the Motor City Kitties register some hits with runners in scoring position, with them scoring 4 before the inning ended. This cushion allowed them to withstand this drop from Will Vest in the 8th inning with 2 outs, especially after Baez dropped another amazing slap tag on Ramirez, on a surprisingly good feed from his pitcher, ending the frame after a short replay review. 3 outs later, and it was official. The Tigers were going back to the ALDS for the second season in a row, after not making the playoffs prior to this since 2014. Alright everybody, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching, and if you did, consider checking out any of these other videos on your screen right now for other content just like this. Also, if you ever see anything you'd like to see me detail in the video, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com, and if I end up using your idea, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.